G'day, Steve Morgan here. Australian Bass Tournaments. We have just completed the Ecogear round of the 13Fishing Bass Pro Series on the Hunter River, a brand new ABT Bass Pro venue here with the non-boater winner, Troy Lowe. Troy, this isn't the first event you've won, is it? You've won an event before.
I did a long time ago. I actually won my very first event.
Yep.
And this one is almost my last event as a non-boater.
Because you're going to take the step up to being a boater in the future.
I am looking forward to it.
Wow. So on the Hunter River, a brand new venue, what did you expect coming into the event? I suppose it was a bit of an unknown for a lot of us.
It was definitely an unknown for me. From what I researched, I was a little bit worried, but pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it fished all right, didn't it? We had between 350 and 400 fish caught for the whole tournament. It was on the app, so we had live scoreboards. There was great coverage all through the arena. It ended up being a pretty exciting event.
It was, because that's just the bass that were caught. There were a lot of other bycatch caught as well.
Well, take us through your quiver for the weekend. What species did you put on deck?
So we went downstream. I had Braden for the first day.
Yep.
We caught carp, brim, jews, bass.
Any estuary perch?
No, we were expecting to pick up some EPs at one of his spots, but we didn't find them.
Take us through your first day. What sort of weight did you put through the app for your 3 fish limit?
I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest.
It's all right. It'll be down the bottom here in a super. And take us through the tackle and techniques that you caught the fish on day one.
So Braden was fishing plastics, and I had a bit of a go at that, but it wasn't working out for me. I love my blades. They're a good go-to. So I threw on a black Ecogear ZX.
Yep.
A bit like this one, although this one is the smaller version.
Yep.
I did lose the one that I caught the fish on.
Was it a ZX40?
Yes.
Yep.
So that did all the damage. Basically, due to the style of fishing, we were tight to the bank, so we were sort of back-boated a little bit. So once Braden would hook a fish, he would move down the back and do the measure up. I'd move up front and pretty much bang one straight away.
There you go, because when you're catching a bass in that joint, there's usually another one pretty close.
That's usually the case. So basically my 3 fish each came after one of his fish.
There you go. He's got to learn to getting quicker at taking and doing his fish, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, the app one does take a few minutes to measure the fish and upload it and so forth. So it gave me a bit of a chance to catch one. Take
us through the rest of your gear here. It looks like a bit of a sponsor's smorgasbord here. You got the 13Fishing, the SLZ, Concept Z.
Yeah, so that was actually the first day of the Hunter was the first time I used that reel. So I actually just purchased 3 of those.
Yep.
Two of those. And it's on a Daiwa TD Black. So yeah, that's the Z Slide. Beautiful reel. Probably one of the best bait casters I've used. I'm not super experienced with them, but enjoying. Yeah.
What sort of braid and leader combo you have?
I got J braid on, and I'm running Suffix FC on the leader.
Yep. There you go. So a full set of sponsors gear there, mate.
Yeah.
You've done well. Take us through day 2. What place were you sitting at the end of day 1? Approximately.
I think I might have been sitting in first place or second place,
all right.
But not entirely sure.
I think Jake Hardy was leading, so you must have been in second. Yeah, you had over 3 kilos on the first day, I think you had.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Going into the second day, who were you paired with, and what was the plan for that?
So I had Big T, Tony. I'm not too sure what
Tony Thorley.
Yeah. So true gentleman. We're in even tighter to the bank. So he allowed me to cast over his shoulder, so I'd just wait for him to be halfway through his retrieve, so I could hit some fresh. Yeah, he knew I was in contention, so he sort of let me fish in front of him. So that was great, and all my fish were caught in the fresh water. So and he didn't get his bag for the day, so he did sacrifice a couple of fish so that I could get into them. So I'm very thankful for Big T for allowing me to do that.
Big T is a gentleman. That's why we call him the unofficial mayor of Grafton, because he knows everyone in that joint and he makes sure that we have a good time when we go there.
Yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed fishing with him.
So you've won an instant qualification into the grand final this year. I don't know if you've seen on social media, but we have a photo of a $3,500 tackle pack that the non-boater wins for winning the grand final. That's obviously the last event you want to do before you step up to the boater ranks.
It would be a nice ending, win it the first one, win it on the last one.
Yeah.
But I don't.
And have no tackle to buy for the next year because you've already got it all.
Yeah, well, I'm not too bad for tackle, but rods and reels, I'm keen to get some more rods and reels because I've got a rod locker to fill.
Well, there you go. I'm just saying that there's a couple of 13 fishing rods and reels in that grand final there. Right. Anyone else who you want to thank? Because it's great to have multiple wins from the back of the boat now.
Yeah, look, always thank the boaters. They do their best to teach us. I've learnt so much doing this series as a non-boater. It's allowed me to build up the confidence to actually step up and get in and do some boating. So a big thanks to all the boaters. Big thanks to the sponsors. Thanks to you guys for running the event. And it's always good fun when you're camping with great blokes too.
Yep, it is a good weekend away, and I'll just add an extra thanks there for Ecogear. Look at that. Sponsor Karma, you win the event on the naming sponsors, Lewis. How many times does that happen in ABT? All the time, doesn't it?
It does actually. But I mean, those blades, they're the best.
I love it.
Yeah, I love them.
All right. Well, there you go. That's how I got one. The Hunter River round from the back of the boat. Congratulations.
Thank you.